In one of the most riveting parliamentary sessions South Africa has seen in recent years, Helen Zille, the formidable political strategist and Democratic Alliance heavyweight, took to the floor and stunned the nation with a bombshell exposé on President Cyril Ramaphosa. What unfolded in that chamber wasn't just a political confrontation, it was a seismic moment in South African history, one that peeled back layers of secrecy and raised urgent questions about the integrity and future of the nation's leadership. Zille, known for her razor-sharp wit and unflinching approach to power, rose during a heated debate on national governance, budget mismanagement, and the declining state of accountability within the presidency. But what began as a routine parliamentary address quickly turned into a no-holds-barred reckoning when she unveiled a dossier, one she claimed was based on verified internal documents, whistleblower testimony, and suppressed reports, allegedly tying Ramaphosa to a web of concealed decisions, questionable dealings, and strategic silences that may have undermined the democratic process. The chamber went silent as Zille declared, "We cannot speak of democracy when the highest office in the land is shrouded in secrecy. The people deserve the truth, and today, I will reveal it." Her primary accusation centered on what she called a shadow network of influence operating behind the scenes of Ramaphosa's presidency, involving undisclosed financial backers from his 2017 ANC presidential campaign who, according to Zille, later benefited from lucrative state contracts. "You cannot clean up corruption by sweeping it under another rug," she thundered. "South Africans deserve to know who really paid for your rise to power, and what did they receive in return." The mention of the controversial CR17 campaign funds reignited long-standing public frustration over the sealed records relating to Ramaphosa's campaign donations. Zille alleged that several high-profile business figures who funded his campaign were subsequently granted preferential access to state tenders, advisory committees, and international trade delegations. While previous inquiries brushed off such claims as unsubstantiated, Zille said her sources had provided new internal memos and payment records indicating a covert pattern of reward. But that wasn't all. Zille also spotlighted the Failure Farm scandal, claiming that the public still hasn't heard the full story. She accused the president of misleading the nation regarding the timeline and scope of the foreign currency theft, suggesting a deliberate effort to obstruct justice and protect powerful allies. "We're not just talking about a farm burglary. We're talking about a breach of trust, an abuse of office, and a cover-up that stretches all the way to the presidency," she stated. Opposition members erupted in support, while ANC MPs could be seen shifting uncomfortably in their seats. The Speaker of Parliament intervened several times to call for order as tension boiled over. At one point, an ANC member accused Zille of weaponizing unverified propaganda, to which she retorted, "If these documents are propaganda, I challenge the president to open the records and clear his name." Under this presidency, hope has become a campaign slogan, not a deliverable, she said. While citizens queue in darkness and joblessness rises, those in power hide behind press conferences and sealed court records. This is not the transparency we were promised. This is not the renewal the ANC speaks of. The president, present during the session, remained largely silent throughout Zille's address, consulting quietly with his advisers and avoiding direct eye contact. When called upon to respond, he gave a measured, brief statement, "I have always upheld the principles of accountability and constitutional democracy. Allegations without evidence are a dangerous tool in the hands of those with political ambitions." Yet for many observers, it wasn't just about the veracity of the claims, it was about the symbolic moment. A senior figure like Zille, with decades of political experience and access to high-level networks, publicly calling out the president in parliament with such precision and force, signaled a shift. Political analysts across the country took to television and social media within hours, describing the session as a turning point, a reckoning, and a test of South Africa's institutional backbone. Whether Zille's exposé leads to direct legal consequences or not, one thing is certain, the political landscape has been irreversibly shaken. As the story continues to unfold, South Africans are watching closely, waiting to see whether the president will finally break his silence in full, or whether history will record this moment as the beginning of a long overdue unraveling.